If you've been writing for any length of time, you've probably written an outline before. But I'm betting you probably haven't done an outline that's like this, a visual outline. And visual outlines are great because they help us to break down a paper so that we can stop stressing and start writing. You might have experienced the fact that getting started is really hard. Even just getting down one word can be tough. So instead of starting right at the beginning, we suggest that you start by thinking about how long is the total paper you're writing. Is it 2 pages? Is it 10 pages? Let's say it's 5 pages. First, you're going to draw a box for each page. Next, you're going to block out paragraphs. And since about 2 paragraphs per page is standard, you're going to put 2 boxes in each of those 5 boxes you just made. Then you're going to want to label the introduction and conclusion. These are really important parts of your paper, but honestly, at this point, you probably don't know exactly what you want to say in them. So all you have to write is introduction and conclusion and leave it at that. Next, you're going to identify the main ideas for each paragraph. And so again, you're going to leave the introduction and conclusion as is, but you're going to look at each paragraph and start to label ideas in them. Let's say I'm writing a paper on the friend zone. If I'm writing a paper about this, I'm probably going to start by defining what it is in case somebody doesn't know that friend zoning is what happens when you like someone but they just like you as a friend. I'm going to talk about the history a little bit, and then I probably want to talk about why people get friend zoned and debunk the nice guys finish last stereotype. Next, I want to talk about gender. How do males experience the friend zone? And then, of course, I want to talk about how females experience the friend zone. Is there a way to get out of the friend zone successfully? I probably also want to talk about biology and how that affects the friend zone, and also psychology and how that affects the friend zone. And of course, at some point, I want to ask the question, is the friend zone all bad? I mean, are there any benefits to just being friends? And then, obviously, I'll come up with some kind of great conclusion. Once I have my ideas out there, then I can start to shape those ideas just a little bit more. Each paragraph generally focuses around one major topic sentence, so I can take each of the questions that I have and turn them into a sentence. So if I start with define the friend zone and talk about its history, I can turn that into the friend zone describes one of the most disappointing and frustrating relationship scenarios for 21st century singles. That pretty much sets up what I want to say. So I've got that for a start. The next thing that I want to do before I jump in and start writing is to look at transitions. And what I mean by that is I want to look at all my different topics and see how they connect. Looking back at the topics I wrote, I've realized that these 2 ideas kind of connect together. Is there a way to get out of the friend zone successfully? And is the friend zone all bad? Are there any benefits to just being friends? Seem to have a connection to me because one of them is talking about why we might want to get out, and the other one's talking about why we might want to stay in the friend zone. So I probably want to move those a little closer together, and that's easy enough to do. Of course, it's also important to remember that you can and should always adjust things as you write. This outline is just a guide. It's not meant to restrict what you can do and where you can put things. It's just meant to help you get started. So as you write and figure out that you need to add more ideas or maybe take out some of the ideas or move around ideas more, please feel free to do so. Last but not least, the last step is just to get going. Now that you know what you need to write, you can start writing or finding research to support your points. And that's how you make a visual outline. I hope you found it helpful. Good luck with your writing.